Today I'm going to show you how to make apps inside of AI Studio. So AI Studio and Google has changed a bunch since they've started releasing Gemini 3. Now they have Gemini 3 Flash and Pro, and I'm going to show you how you can actually make apps now inside of here. So here's all my recently viewed ones, but in the gallery here you can see examples. It's blown my mind, but essentially I wonder what's the value in making stuff anymore when it's so amazing at making things. Anyway, so couple of examples I'm going to show you today is here's a thumbnail generator, and then here is an AI like chat agent. This one didn't work, interestingly. I have a little synth music producer, which is cool. Here we have an app, so it's like an app for Bible verses to replace doom scrolling. So instead you can scroll through these apps, through these quotes, which is pretty cool. Then here is a face generator for thumbnails, which is pretty cool. So you just upload a little selfie of yourself here, and then it gives you these. You can then go and download or regenerate them. And I'll show you as well how you can then upload these to GitHub, deploy them, etc, etc. So first things first, to do this, to create these kind of things, you come to aistudio.google.com. Now it's changed a bunch since we started making videos well over a year ago. And this is now the home screen. So build your ideas with Gemini. Now from here, you can select the model. So model, if we go over to the side, the default is Flash. I advise using Flash initially just to get it something from nothing. Unless you have a very specific prompt, then you can go Pro. Pro will give you a better answer. Flash will be faster. You have 2.5 Pro and Flash as well. You can then change as well the system instructions template and system instructions themselves. So you can change here to say, you know, for example here, don't change this, do this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is you want to do. And then you can also change from React and Angular. And then microphone selector. So basically you can create agents that you can talk to, which is pretty cool as well. So once you've selected those, you can then describe your idea in here. Now, you can supercharge your idea with a bunch of different like AI features directly inside Gemini. So we have like nano banana powered app. So you want photo editing, for example. Create conversational voice apps, so using the Gemini Live API. So this is so you can actually create a voice agent you can talk to. Animate images using Veo, so you can like make actual videos. It's crazy. You can then directly use Google search data as well. So this one here, you can connect your app in real-time Google search results, which is cool. As well as maps data, generate images, Gemini intelligence, so have like little chat agents and stuff inside here as well. So a bunch of different stuff that you can use. Now you can select these and they'll come up like this. So use search data, and then you can say another one would be like video editing, picture editing, and then you could write something in here, whatever it is. Now you can also, if you just want to start seeing what it's like, click I'm feeling lucky, and it'll automatically bring something in here. So build a split screen bill splitting app. There you go, a couple of stuff here. Examples here of if Gemini have the power to do this, why wouldn't they just make all the apps? Kind of makes you wonder what the future's going to hold. And if you want to discover and remix some apps, you can see in the app gallery a bunch of different ones here. So here's Gemini Slingshot, and this is all like live, so you can actually do this in real time. Then we have Functional Call Kitchen. It's like, what's this? Controls 100 tools in a simulated kitchen. Pretty boring. Turn real routes into immersive audio stories. Now this is something pretty cool because I have an app idea in my mind. As well as cool landing pages as well. So there's a bunch of different stuff here. So let's open up some that we've created. So like this one here, just so I can show you how this actually works. So the app itself, when it starts creating, it'll just left hand side, this is the chat, this is the preview here on the right, obviously. You can switch this to code and back to preview. Now, the code that it's writing, it might take a while, like as in like a minute or two, to actually flesh out this whole thing, especially if you're using the Pro version. And then blah, 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 it's all just down here, and it reflects here. Now, the code, you can see here, but you can actually have this code connected to GitHub, so a code repository, save to GitHub, and then you can sign in to GitHub to continue. Well, there was one I signed in here. Save to GitHub, and once you sign in, I'm not going to do it because it then wants a code to authenticate and stuff. But you can then just give it a name, and then whether it's private or public, and create the Git repo. And now suddenly, you can actually see at the top it's on main. Suddenly then, you'll actually have branches that you'll be able to create and edit and update this application. Now, this one here, you can see it's in mobile mode, but you can actually change that to, say, tablet, for example, or actually just like current screen size. So this is this device, but mobile here. I asked for a mobile app, but this actually works for all of them, I'm sure. So we can come here, device, mobile app, there you go, for example. Doesn't fit there because it's not built for there. But yeah, so you can add to GitHub. You can also just download the app itself. So click download here and it'll open it up. Save it, sorry, as a zip. You can also copy the app, which is cool. So now you could then copy this app such that I could give it to someone else and then they could fork it essentially, but directly inside Google instead of having to go to GitHub. On that same note, you can share it. So you can actually publish your application or just share it. So you can share it for someone to have a look, or you can actually publish this application directly in here and it will be live at this URL. Also, if you want it to be live at your own URL, so you want it to actually be deployed, say, as a functional website. So this here is my thumbnail face generator. If I wanted this to be an actual website, I would then have to deploy it using this button here, deploy app, and then you have to connect up to your specific project, and then from your Google project using Google Cloud, you can use that and deploy from there. Now, on the Google Cloud side of things as well, this final one is select an API key. So the API key is what Gemini or Google will use so that it knows who you are. So basically you say, this is my key, this is me, I'm coming in, and then you'll get charged based on your access, your usage type of thing. Now, the reason you want to use an API key here is because if I'm going to publish it, I don't want to have my API key in the code, for example. Definitely not in the code. But especially if you're going to publish it. If it's private repo and it's code, it's bad practice, but you'll get away with it, probably. Whereas if you're actually publishing and deploying this, people will just go and look at your code. There's bots that go over the internet all the time looking for API keys, so it would go and find it, and then it will use it and charge you. So you want to use your actual API key instead of just trying to use one inside the device, and you want that to be stored in the app that's being deployed, not embedded in the code, which it does kind of automatically from here anyway. So that's Google's new AI Studio. It creates, honestly, such amazing apps. I'm actually really impressed. This one here, this one-shot one, looks amazing, and it is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. So to make it so fast is crazy. It does make me wonder, is this a big face? Yeah, that is the big face. Does make me wonder what's the future of AI, and even having this AI image stuff embedded in is well cool. Let me know in the comments below if you've been using it, if you plan on using it, and if you have any ideas you want to try, or anything you want me to try on the channel. Anyway, till next time, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye.